Hello everybody, please forgive the lockdown hairdo. I'm sure we're all sporting interesting hairdos at the moment. We're going to do a nice flow. This one's based on strength. If you're anything like me, I haven't been practicing as much as I would normally. Normally I teach about 15-ish classes a week. I haven't been doing that. So I'm feeling my strength is going a little bit. So we're going to have a go at this strength flow. We've got 3 rounds. We've got our warm-up sun salutations first and then 3 rounds of the strength flow. You can do all 3 rounds the same as the first round, or you can mix and match, have a little bit of a play, see how you get on, do what feels right for you. Remember, as always, you're in control of your own body. So don't do anything that feels wrong, anything starts to hurt, take a break. You can always message me if you have any issues. Okay, so we're going to get started. Come up towards the top of the mat. Let's just start with centering and breathing. So find a comfortable position for your feet. Maybe take a little bit of a sway back and forth. And just get comfortable and connected with the ground. Strengthen through the legs, engage through the belly. Find that neutral spine. Lift up and out to the waist. Shoulders relaxed. Maybe have a little ease into your neck, see how that feels. Maybe close the eyes, think about breathing in, feeling that sense of opening. And breathing out, that grounding. As always, if you hear snoring, it's not me, it's Oscar. You might wander in and out of shot. No idea where Hobbs is. He did come in when he saw that I'd set the room up for recording, but then disappeared before I started, so he might turn up at some point. Let's just start with some breathing. Inhaling, lifting the arms all the way up, and exhaling, bringing the arms down. Let's make this a bit bigger. This time we'll come down to the floor, and as we inhale, right angle poses, straighten through those legs. Ooh, draw forwards with the crown, belly is strong. Let's do that a few times. Let's take this right foot all the way back, right knee to the floor. Let's take a moment there, let's just ease into it, start to feel a sense of length here. Find a length through the front of the body, opening across the chest. Being careful not to collapse here, keep the sense of strength. Fabulous. Hands come down, knees down, plank. So maybe you can have a little ease into it and out of it. See how it goes. And when you exhale, use chin and chest. Or remember, you could always walk those elbows down so that we're lying on the floor. Tops of the feet press into the floor, lovely strong legs, strong belly. And then find space through the front of the body as your gaze travels forwards. Let's do that a couple of times. One more. Take the bottom back to the heels. And soften the forehead down. Might like to walk the hands around the right. And then around to the left. And then back through to the front. Taking the gaze forwards, look at the space between the hands. This right foot's going to step lightly and softly into that space. Maybe. Let's see how it goes. Ooh. Good. When you're happy with that foot, let's take the other foot up to join it. And come up to stand. Left side. Right angle pose, forward fold, left leg all the way back, left knee down, take your time. Keeping that strength in the belly and relax the shoulders. Lovely, hands down, step back, knees down, plank, big breath in, take it to the floor. Cobra, belly is strong first, then lengthen, and then take it back, child's pose. Take your gaze forwards, look at the space, identify where you'd like your left foot to land and then step it through. When you're happy, follow it with the right. And then make your way up to stand. Good. Let's do the high lunge version. Big breath in. Okay, this time we're going to take this right foot all the way back and keep the knee up if we can. Remember, you've got your choice, you can put that knee down. We're going to strengthen through this leg, push your way through that heel, draw forwards, finding this length here. Let's ease into these shoulders a little bit. Inhale, reaching as far forward as you can. And exhale. Let's do one more. Step back to plank pose. Now your knees could come down to the floor, big breath in, chin and chest down. Cobra. I'm going to tuck the toes underneath and scoop through the belly to lift up to down dog. Let's get a little bit of a bounce in the knees. Look forward, and with the scoop and strength in the belly, we'll take the right foot to the top of the mat. Let's follow it with the left. And come up to stand. Left side. Left foot back. And again, we're taking our time. Find that happy place for the foot. Strengthen through the back leg. Hips are forwards. Belly strong to lift. Let's ease through these arms. And to plank. So we're going to bring the hands down to the floor, step back, find your plank. Big breath in and slowly to the floor. Inhale and release. Let's find our way up to that downward facing dog. Again, you might choose to have a breath or two here, pedal the heels, have a bit of a sway, whatever feels good. Watch out for these hands rolling out. Watch out for the shoulder hunching. Relax it through. Maybe you need to take your hands a bit wider, see how it goes. Have a play. And then we're going to bounce the knees. Get that suspension going in the legs, get that strength in the belly. Decide where your foot's going to land and then step it through. Follow it with the right. Okay, let's make our way up to stand. Shoulder roll. Okay, so we're going to set up for our strength flow now. We're a bit warmer. So for this one, we're going to take the feet comfortably wide. I'm just going to have a little play with the, oh, I've forgotten the name of it now. Axe, fire, chopper, wood chopper. I knew it was called something like that, wood chopper. So we've got these nice wide feet. We're just going to get some movement through the legs. Keep the belly strong. That's going to be what protects your back. In this wood chopper, if you let go of strength here, then your back's going to go all crunchy. So let's keep that engagement. Big breath in. And as you exhale, soften into the knees, let the arms swing. Ease into these hips, just get them nice and warm. Even pressure into the feet. Okay. So now we're a bit warm. We've loosened up into the hips. Let's make a start. Start with this flow. Okay. Get a good grip onto the floor. Big breath in. On your exhale, soften into your knees. Bring the sit bones down towards the floor. Malasana. So you might need to fidget with your feet. Move them a little bit. Keep that lift through the chest. Let's not allow these knees to roll in. From here, we're going to take the hands down into the floor. And we're going to step back into a knees down version of plank pose. So, hands underneath the shoulders. Take one knee down and then the other knee down. Okay, make sure you're happy with where your hands are. We're going to extend one foot all the way out behind. Be careful not to allow it to open out. We're going to try and keep it nice and level. Push your way through the foot, toe or heel, your choice. And then bending into the elbows, the chin and the chest come down. And then cobra. Back up to plank. Leg number 2. child's pose. Let's take a moment. Find that good position for the hands. Tap the toes underneath. Ease your way into down dog. Again, nice comfortable down dog. And we're going to take the feet back to that position either side of the hands, but no stressing, no strain. We're just going to take a little meander, walking the feet up. It's going to look a bit odd. We're not worried about what it looks like. So however those feet want to get up to the top edge of the mat, and then bend the knees. Come back to your Malasana. You know who you are, but if you're not comfortable in Malasana and you want to have a block nearby to just slip underneath the bottom when we are here, in future rounds we might not spend so much time in Malasana, but okay, we're going to come all the way up to stand, push into the floor, lift. Take a moment. Okay, round two. Big breath in. And all the way down. Okay. So if you're comfortable with Malasana, you can choose to stay here for a breath or two. If you would like to have a little play with coming into crow, this is not something I've been practicing regularly, so my crow is pretty shocking at the moment, but that's okay, we can play with it, that's how we get better. So we're going to bring the hands into the floor, and I like to come right up onto my tippy toes. And then how high up the leg, no, up the arm, can you get your leg? And we're going to squeeze in. Look forward, and then imagine somebody's got hold of the back of your trousers and then lifting you up. And you might just lift one foot, you might lift the other. With time, you might have a little play with both. Have a little play. And then from here, step back. Come into your knees down plank, extend one leg all the way out. We're going to do both, so it doesn't matter which. Big breath in, chest and chin. Inhale. And back to plank. And when you come down, you're thinking about the nipple line to land between the thumbs. That's where you're aiming for anyway. Fabulous. Bottom back to the heels. Easing your way through downward facing dog. And again, however you want your feet to get up to the top edge of the mat, get them there. Come into Malasana, take a breath or two, get used to being upright. And then once you think you've found your still spot ahead of you, push into the floor and float all the way up. Okay. Final round. Now remember, this has got a transition in it that you may choose not to do. We're going to step back into a full plank rather than an ease down plank, and if you like, we're going to attempt to jump into it. Possibly from crow, depending on whether we get into crow or not. So let's have a little play, see what happens. Sometimes it's possible, sometimes it's not, and we're just going to let go of that attachment to achieving and enjoy the process. Big breath in and all the way down. Okay, let's have a play with this crow idea. So how do you want to get into your crow? Let's find the floor first. Find that strength in the belly to lift you up. Have a little play. And you can choose to step back or watch me land flat on my face now. To plank. Let's take a moment in down dog. Extending one leg all the way out behind, maybe have a little bit of a play with opening out that hip. Little turn into the foot. And then one-legged chaturanga. Are you ready? Lengthen all the way through to one-legged plank, all the way down to the floor. And cobra. Downward facing dog. Let's take this left leg. Have a little play. And take it through. Fabulous. You can walk the feet forward just like we've done in previous rounds, or you might choose to have a little go at hopping forward. If you're a hopper, let's get a little bit of a bounce going. Find that strength in the belly, look forward. Now we're not taking the feet between hands, we're taking them outside of the hands. Find that place. Don't be afraid to move. If it's not quite landed where you wanted it, change it. Good, floating all the way up. We're going to come down to the floor now. Big breath in. And float down. Some would say the most challenging to get to the floor without falling. So we're just going to gently use your hands for support. Ease your way down. And we're going to take it into a twist. So come all the way down. Now you can do whatever kind of twist feels good. You can keep your feet together and keep your feet to the floor. Exhale as you take the knees down. Inhale as you lift through center. And then do the same on the other side. So if that feels good to you, you can do that. Just moving with your flow of breath. If you prefer, you can take the feet wider and do the windscreen wipers. So that's where the knees fall separately. You get a nice stretch across the front of the hip flexor. And it gets right into the waist. It can feel really nice. Sometimes when people are here, they might like to even hook the foot over the top just to increase the stretch there a little bit. Maybe stay there for a breath or two. You can do the same on side number 2. If you've got some time, you can stay here. Find length in the breath. Choose your position. You might choose constructive rest or Shavasana. If you're going to stay here, you might like to just hit pause and stay here for as long as possible. At least 10 minutes really would be ideal. And just breathe in and out. With a long, slow, steady, even breath. And work your way up to 6 counts as you breathe in and 6 counts as you breathe out. Again, no forcing, no stress, no strain. Do what feels right and comfortable. So as I say, if you want to hit pause now and stay here, feel free to do that. Otherwise, we're going to make our way back up. So start with the fingers and the toes, giving them a wiggle. Maybe moving the feet, the hands, maybe the legs. Just see what feels good. Might like to bring the knees into the chest, give them a hug. And then ever so gently, making our way up to seated. Thank you very much. Sitting up nice and tall. Then take a lovely big breath in. One more time. Thank you very much.